What's up, tribe? In today's video, we're going to talk about finding your rhythm. In particular, how to get back into a productive routine after you've inevitably fallen out of it due to life being busy and circumstances changing. So, this isn't the first video I've made on this topic, nor do I see it being the last, because I'm living proof of the statement that sometimes we need to be reminded more than we're taught. And that is very apparent and very true. As life goes, I've been riding the waves of the ups and downs, and in this video I want to share with you how I get myself out of the dip after getting out of what feels like the perfect routine where I'm motivated and focused and productive and getting everything done that I need to, and then life gets busy and, chaos ensues. So, for starters, let's talk about how we got here. So, in a 7-8 step simple list, I'm in my routine, things come up, I get busy with other activities, friends, family, trips, etc. Sleep changes, my morning changes, my day changes, and then next thing you know, we're out of our routine. And it's as easy as that. It only takes a few days, it only takes one trip, one vacation, one, family coming to town. Like, it's easy to pop out of, your day-to-day routine. So now we're fighting to get back into it. And the first thing on the list that I try to prioritize is sleep. And there's a caveat or, sub point to that, which is waking up. Now, sleep is king. We all know that. We hear it all the time, and I can vouch that when my sleep is off, everything is off. And I think that most people would agree with me on that statement. Now, I add the subtext for waking up because that's where my sleep actually starts. Now, I can't just, maybe with like melatonin or something, I could just force myself to sleep, but it's really hard for me to just go to sleep. Like, my mind doesn't like to shut off. So my sleep starts with the day before. So it starts with waking up. I force myself to get up earlier, which makes me more tired that night, and then I can start getting back in that cycle. So whenever I want to start getting my routine back in some form of normality or order, I wake up early, set an alarm early, whether or not like last night I went to bed at, I think, after midnight. I was laying down in bed maybe around 10 and just laid there for like 2 hours, but I still woke up at 7, slept in for like 20 more minutes. So 7:20, woke up, took a cold shower, and that got me right awake. And now hopefully I'll be more tired tonight and I can go to sleep earlier and get my circadian rhythm to start getting on an earlier cycle. But this usually takes a few days, but within a week I can have my sleep schedule back to what I want it to be. And this is not my first time doing this, so hopefully it stays true in that the next few days I'll be back into the sleep cycle or rhythm that, works best for me. The second part to this is focus. Now, the hardest thing for me when trying to get back in my routine is directing my focus on what matters. The media machine has gotten really good at capturing our attention, and I just have to be better at choosing where I spend that attention. So actively, while scripting this video, I'm reading all this from my script here that I wrote before filming this video, I came outside away from distractions, opened my notes app, and focused until I got the idea for this video and began writing. I got away from all distractions. I, stepped away from my computer. I put my phone on silence so I wasn't getting any notifications. There was no opening Snapchat or opening YouTube. It was just sit outside, listen to the nature, look at the grass, and write and think. And just like any other habit, once you force yourself to choose productive task over pleasurable waste of time a few times, it gets easier to lock in. And then you just have to keep on making that conscious decision. And that leads right into this third point, which is discipline. Now, I place it third despite it arguably being the most important because it's the most vague. It's hard to just be disciplined, as I'm sure everyone who's watching this video agrees with and understands. Discipline happens with every decision you make. That's why this follows the last point in making the conscious decision. I try to keep this thought front of mind. It's, how is my time best spent right now? And if whatever I'm doing in that moment, and I try to do this with, once again, every decision. So when I, go downstairs and go to the kitchen and walk back up to my room, and I didn't have a thing set to do, of all the things I could do, if I could look to my right, grab a book, read a book, if I could look at my phone and, flop in my bed and watch a YouTube video or go to my computer and, maybe get some work done or whatever, I try to make that conscious effort to think, how is my time best spent right now? Like, what goal am I trying to achieve? If that's, taking over the world like it is every day, then I'm gonna work on the things that better me in the areas that I'm trying to be better in. So if that's getting more work done or that's, improving my knowledge, then I'll decide between my book or between, getting the work done. But recently it's been a lot of work because that's what truly needs to happen. We need the levers to move. So if what you're doing isn't following that frame, then stop what you're doing and do what needs to be done. Using a frame or lens to view each decision through makes it easier to make the right decision. So it's not like you're going about your day like, man, I need to be disciplined today, but maybe I deserve, a half hour, on like my lunch break, and then, that lunch break, quote unquote, of sitting on your bed or, going home for a while or however you waste your time ends up extending a little more than it should, and that time probably could have been better spent. So without asking myself that question, it's easy to flop in my bed, open Instagram, or start a YouTube video, and before you know it, an hour of my day is gone and I didn't even realize it. And I'm sure a lot of people, can agree that there's not enough hours in the day, and wasting an hour to nothing and just into the void, your mind just blanks out, and then next thing you know, you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize I opened Facebook an hour ago or something, We've all been there once, and trying to mitigate as many of those as possible will open up a lot of additional time in our day. So at the end of this, in conclusion, stay disciplined, stay focused, and prioritize your sleep. And one step at a time, you'll work your way back into a routine that you love and or need. And I know this video was, concise, to the point, but that's what I'm working on. These are like the exact things that I try to list out, try to think about on my day-to-day basis. And once again, I've talked about this same topic before, hopping back on the wagon, getting back on the horse, trying to get myself back to the crest and out of the dip. There's so many things that you can do, but there's only a few things that you need to do. And for me, these seem to be like the largest lever moving actions that I can do that like make the most amount of difference to get me back to some state of focus or improve my motivation or my clarity that actually allows me to be more productive and get more work done, and not even just more work, but more quality work. So by focusing on these few areas, I get myself out of what I've been in for the last couple of weeks of I went on vacation, spending time with family, friends. I'm switching back over to like oxytocin Levi, where I'm, happy, fun, enjoying life. But I want to get back to dopamine Levi. I want to be goal-driven, goal-motivated, focused, accomplishing the tasks that I have set out in front of me, because in this season of life that I'm currently in, that's what I need to be prioritizing. And if you're in the same boat, use these tools. If you're in oxytocin mode or happy mode, keep enjoying what you're doing. Life's beautiful. It's awesome. Go enjoy it. But I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done. So in order to get a lot of stuff done, I need to have some form or function or structure in my life. And these are some of the things that I do to, bring that structure back in after it feels like it's kind of slipped away. But I hope at least one thing in this video has been useful to you. If it has, please share it with someone that you think could benefit. And as always, guys, like the video, subscribe. I don't say that all the time, but really appreciate it. And genuinely, I seriously appreciate each and every single one of you who make it to this channel. I love these videos. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.